What is happening, my YT Gizang? Y'all already know what time it is, man. This is your boy Rio, and today we got to take it back up to Cleveland, man, because it's a whole lot of people. A lot of people that's trolling my dog, man. They really giving it to Shedeur Sanders right now, and we're going to talk all about it, man. So just sit back, kick it with your boy, and let's get into this sports talk. Yeti. Like I said, man, there's a lot of people out here that's really trolling my boy Shedeur Sanders, okay? Now, I know I've been giving him the praise. I know it's been other people that's been bigging him up and giving him the praise that he deserves because he has to face a lot of adversity. And, you know, a lot of people feel, I guess, sideways about that, a little iffy about that, being the fact that he is the number 4 guy when it comes to the roster. And it's this one guy, his name is Josh McIntyre. Okay, he just trolled my boy bad, man. I'm gonna let y'all look at the clip. Go ahead and take a look at it.
And the Shedeur Sanders drama continues. Folks, I listen, you never want to overreact to, can we call it imaginary football in June? I mean, they're not playing with like real effort. It's just basic stuff. And the division that we're seeing is so, it's massive. The gulf of what you see people saying about Shedeur Sanders, you would think he's ready to start week 1. I mean, you see former NFL quarterbacks on social media breaking down every pass. Oh my gosh, look at the movement in the pocket. Look at that cannon. This is why Shedeur's the man. You see our very own Colin Cowherd, who, oh, by the way, is not even on this continent and is checking in on Shedeur Sanders OTAs. This is what Colin Cowherd put on social media yesterday. No reason to overwork a future Hall of Famer in OTAs. Let's get him some rest for week 1. Obviously, he's saying that in jest, but the whole overwork thing is because despite all the hype for Shedeur, he's the only quarterback on the Browns who wasn't playing with the ones. Kevin Stefanski said, you go over there and work with the backups and the guys who are, off-season FedEx drivers, who are trying to make an NFL roster. That's your speed, Shedeur. And the more that Kevin Stefanski does this, I think it empowers all the Shedeur guys who are putting on their capes, saying, why isn't he start? Why is Kenny Pickett getting reps over Shedeur? And Kevin Stefanski says he won a Super Bowl and was a first-round pick. You guys need to do some more homework before you crown Shedeur Sanders. And in the morning meeting today, I'm going all in on Shedeur. I'm like, listen, he's not getting first-team reps. We need to pump the brakes. And somebody smart said, Shedeur is like the latest iPhone that comes out, right? The new iPhone comes out. It's going to be amazing. It might even be legendary. And then you get the iPhone and it's like, oh, this is cool. It's nothing special. It's not that dramatically different. It's not going to change my life. And I wonder if that's where Shedeur is kind of trending. I mean, the guy's got be legendary as his motto.
I just want to know how y'all feel about it. What do y'all feel about what he said? Does he make sense? Does he have some pointers? Now, I'm going to give you a little pointer on my end. All right. He want to talk about do your homework. Okay, well, let's do our homework. Because I definitely did some homework. Let's start with Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel played for a total of 6 years in college football. Okay. In which he played with 3 different teams. He played with UCF, he played with Oklahoma, and he played with Oregon. Now, I'm only going to speak on the last 2 years that he played, which was with Oklahoma and Oregon, 2 big powerhouse teams, okay? Out of those, we're going to do some numbers, some stats. Out of those 2 years, he only managed to throw 153 more yards, more passing yards than Shedeur Sanders, and which I'm pretty sure it came from probably a bowl game, okay? You got to add those in there too. So, out of all of that, he only threw for 153 more yards than Shedeur Sanders, playing with Oregon and Oklahoma. And he threw 4 less touchdowns. My boy Shedeur Sanders threw a total of 64 touchdowns, and Dillon Gabriel only threw 60. And yes, he is right. Dillon Gabriel is getting reps with the veterans. But at the same time, you got inside reporters who's watching him every single practice that's saying that he don't even look like an NFL quarterback. And you talk about Shedeur Sanders when it comes to him practicing with FedEx workers or whatever the case may be. Okay, but My boy Dylan Gabriel looked so bad with the veterans, they sent him back down there to work with Shedeur Sanders, in which he still looked bad. And as a matter of fact, the last OTA, they said that the man only completed 1 pass out of 5 or 6 attempts. But when it comes to Shedeur Sanders, this man threw 6 passes and completed 5 of them. So when it comes to that whole talk about, Dylan Gabriel and all that, man, let's just go and move that to the side. Let's just end that noise. And then we get to Kenny Pickett. Now, you guys heard it firsthand. This man said we need to do our homework, okay? Well, let me give you the homework that I wrote down when it comes to this first-round pick. As a first-round pick, this man never threw for more than 2,500 yards in a single season as an NFL player. This man managed to throw more interceptions than he did touchdowns in a single season, okay? And as a pro, he has never threw more than 10 touchdowns in a single season. And then I know the guy wanted to sit here and say that Kenny Pickett won a Super Bowl. Let's be real. He did not win a Super Bowl. He was a backup to the real quarterback who won the Super Bowl by the name of Jalen Hurts. And I know a lot of people want to sit here and they probably going to get in the comments because I even said it myself. This man got in the game and made a couple of explosive plays in the NFC Championship. But when you look at it, the game was already won. They already had Washington beat. So at the end of the day, bro, I don't know what he's talking about, what homework we need to be doing or whatever the case may be. But, man, my guy really tripping. He really just out here trolling. Now, let's move on from that because there are more people that's out here trolling my guy. All right. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen RG3. In which he was given a lot of praise when it comes to my boy Shedeur Sanders or whatever the case may be. Now, there is a guy named Jason Whitlock. I don't know what he got going on, to be honest with you. I don't know what his issue is with Shedeur Sanders or Deion Sanders. But I don't know, it kind of seemed like there's some type of hatred going on between the two. Take a look at this footage.
Shedeur Sanders has been nominated for the OTA Hall of Fame. I don't know if you're aware of this, but RG3 has made the official announcement. He's watched the highlight clips of Shedeur Sanders in OTAs, and he said when you watch all the clips of Shedeur Sanders, you see why his tape said he was a first-round draft pick quarterback. He plays with NFL timing and rhythm, reads with his feet, plays ahead of the defense, has more than enough arm strength, and he knows how to layer the ball. We keep seeing updates virtually every day on Shedeur Sanders and what he's doing in OTAs, and it's all incredible. He's a first ballot OTA Hall of Famer. I as it relates to Shedeur, and we won't find this out till he's actually playing in real games and they get into real practices. But to your point, there are athletes, and I wonder if this is true in boxing, that they don't really know the game. There are people that just have a talent for the game and they don't really know it. And that's where, and again, I know Deion will be offended by me suggesting this about Shedeur, but when I watch him hold the ball and run around, and to me, he never came off like a guy that really knew the game and just lacked self-awareness. If Colorado, Deion, were playing at the same time as Shedeur and the Browns, what would I watch?
What if the Fever were on at the same time?
What if Caitlin Clark was playing, though? What if she was on, though?
It's not even a question. That's not even.
Triple box on that one? What's going on here?
Even if the Fever were on and Caitlin Clark were injured, there's a chance I would watch the Fever.
Jason, you got to get help.
Oh, my God. You are sick
I got some people who will see you.
Look, man, I just wanted to bring this to y'all because, to me, I just feel like they are really trolling. The facts that they're giving, I just really don't agree with all the way. Now, Josh McIntyre, he had a valid point on one thing, and that's the fact that, this is OTAs. I get it. It's a long road. Shedeur Sanders got a long road ahead of him. But other than that, man, I just feel like, man, they just really trolling. They don't want to see the young man win. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. I'm going to keep bringing the news to y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one.